The creation of an action potential involves the use of sodium channels, and sodium-potassium pumps, all of which are located in the axon of the neuron. The axon consists of both sodium and potassium ions that have positive or negative charges. At rest, the cell interior is more negative than the cell exterior. When the axon is not generating a signal, it keeps a charge of negative 70 millivolts due to the greater presence of potassium ions, while the exterior is positively charged with the greater presence of sodium ions. The action potential activates when the charge of the inside and outside the axon are reversed, in which the axon becomes positively charged and the exterior becomes negatively charged. This process begins with the sodium channels opening up in the axon, causing an influx of sodium ions to enter it. Since they are positively charged, the overall charge of the axon becomes positive. This step is called depolarization. Once the axon reaches a positive charge, the sodium channels begin to close and the potassium channels open, causing potassium ions to enter the axon and balance out the positive charge. These ions enter until the charge of the axon becomes negative again. This step is called repolarization. However, the slow closure of the potassium channel causes the cell to have too great of a negative charge. To balance this out, the sodium-potassium pump begins to transfer sodium and potassium ions in and out of the cell so that the cell goes back to maintaining a charge of negative 70 millivolts. This step is called hyperpolarization. The shift in energy throughout this process is what generates an action potential.